Hello and welcome to my mini-series on Ruby. This mostly is going to be a series tracking my progress through school. They say the best way to learn is to teach, so bear with me and keep in mind that this is one of the first videos. So today we're going to be going over the string count method. And basically what this does is you can search for a individual character in a string and get the count or the get the numeric value of how many strings of that particular character are in the entire string array. So you have a equals hello world, a dot count lo. So it's looking for all of the L's and the zero or the O's. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which right here we'll have 5. A count lo. O, same thing. It's looking for. So what this is looking for now is this is looking for these specific strings lo, which is one over here lo, and then this is not looking for this o in this case because it's found it here, so it's looking for this one. So it found lo one value and it found o the second value here. You can go through this a little bit more, but this is not really what I want to cover today. What I want to cover today is how you would make this method by hand, because right now this is our expected output. We can go ahead and let me copy this up here real quick. So right now if we were to run this, we will we'll get, let's run it again, 3, 5, 3, 2. So there is 3 I's in here, 5 S's, 3 R's, and 2 A's. So to tackle this, I have a couple user cases right here. This will be count letters, and we'll put in a string, which in our case will be this string up here, and then whatever letter we're looking for. So we're gonna go ahead and define this method. We'll call it count letters, and it will pass in a string and a individual character as arguments. So how I would go about tackling this: first we need to figure out a way to iterate over each characters, and string has a method called each char, which is basically each character. So we can go ahead and try to we're not going to call this string method, we're calling the one we're passing here, which will end up passing this method down here later. So we're going to say str dot each char, and if you look here, let me see, can we get something here? This is actually this needs to be called on a block, so we need to add a do method, and we don't want to call this letter because we called this letter here. This is going to be I'll show you what's going to happen. We'll end up having variable shadowing. So if we ran it like this, let's just print this out and see what we have here. We can go ahead and comment these out, and I can run this code. So you'll see right here, oops, I don't know why I did that. Okay, Let's print it out at the bottom. So now we have each letter printed out. We actually, we don't need to, what we can do is comment those out. Let's just work with one for now. So we'll run this back and we have, this is just a random string of letters. So we're getting our letter here. What we want to do now is figure out how to figure out if there's this letter in it. So we can say if letter dot include, which this is just we're calling this on, if we do this right here and print it out, oops, sorry, let's take out the if statement. And I actually use this dot class thing a lot. You see it's a string, right? So we're working with strings right now. So string has a method called include. So we're going to say if letter dot include, and in this case we want it to pick this letter right here, right? So if it includes that letter, then print the letter. And we need N. Oh, right there. So let's run this and see what we have. And it doesn't look right. So this is what I'm talking about, variable shadowing. Since we have this letter here and we have this letter here, it doesn't really know what to use down here. So we need to, so for this each character, we're gonna make it say letters. So it's and I'm gonna say if letters, this one includes this letter, print the letter. So we'll run this code again. And now we have our eyes right here. So now we're getting the actual characters. We want to count these. So in order to do this, we can actually add a variable called count and initiate its, or put its initial value to 0. And then instead of printing out the letter right here, we can actually just increment count by 1. So now it's going to, if we hit print P right here, just to inspect it and run our code. Let me run our code right here. You get 1, 2, 3. This is doing the total count. We don't really want this. We just want the total at the end. So we can remove this here, and at our very end, right before here, we can return count. And then if we run our code, oops, we'll get 3. So now we can go ahead and uncomment these, and remember we are looking for 3532. So if we run this now, we get 3532, and that is basically how you would run you would create your own method for count. So I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I hope it was somewhat informative. I plan on releasing more of these, hopefully to help people understand some of this stuff a little more, and also to help myself. When I run through these, it definitely makes it stick a little bit more. So anyways, I thank you for giving me your time, and until next time, have a great one.